Hi guys, so today's video is going to be inspired by a lovely lady who happens to have a YouTube channel, and she made a video about basically she keeps diaries and journals, and she wanted to challenge herself for a week to write only 3 positive things a day, and that was it. And when I watched her video I thought like it was a great idea. I don't keep a diary or a journal, but actually was it 3 years ago? Anyway, 3 years ago I kept not really a journal, but I would write everything that happened every day. Not like my feelings or anything, but like just, you know, what happened, like the events, the facts, the people I would meet, things I would do. And it was a great experience because it actually makes you realize how much we forget. And if by now you don't know, I have a slight obsession with memory and keeping everything in store in my head or somewhere else. And it was a great experience because all my, all things that happened to me during this year, positive or negative, were kept somewhere and I could go back to them. And I tried to do that again the following year, but for some reason it didn't work. So I thought it was interesting, even though I don't keep a journal or a diary or anything like that. I've tried, but even when I was younger I could not keep them. I would start and be super motivated about it and then I would lose interest. I don't really know why. Since I'm really interested in writing and I love writing as in being a writer, it's difficult for me to put things, like to put words on paper that I don't like, that I don't think about, that I'm not searching for, that are not basically writing, like writing a novel or a short story or anything like that. Anyway, so I tried doing this thing and it was great. I managed to write everything and I even filmed for you. For the first day I managed to see Paola, who is an Italian lady I met through the internet, and she's lovely, very interesting, very bubbly, witty, and we clicked on immediately. I'm really sad that she's leaving actually. I visited some of my favorite places, so that was a positive thing as well, and I ate a lot. I had to refrain myself from writing food in every positive things. Anyway, I went for a run, which is great because I used to run a lot. As you probably know, I would run up to 15 kilometers. Like, I would run 3 or 4 times a week, like 10, 12, 15, or my minimum was 10, and it was at least twice a week, and that lasted for about, I don't know, 2 years. But lately I haven't been running at all. I completely stopped doing yoga, so I was like feeling a bit disgusted and ashamed and disappointed at myself. So every time I manage to go for a run now is great. I saw some kids on my way back that were, just out of school, and their parents came to pick them up, and I don't know, it felt really good to see them. It was heartwarming, yes. And then I did a video that was interesting. It's the little things. I was happy to try myself at something new. The following day, it was a sunny day, which is always great. I went to the museum, which is always great as well, and I don't do it as often as I like to. And I watched a lot of old videos of my friends and I, so that was good. And then on the next day, I called my friends. They called me actually. So yeah, it was nice. I hadn't seen, well, I didn't see them, but I hadn't heard their voices for months. So as much as our friendship is a bit complicated and it's not always very positive, it's always good for me to see them and hear them, I guess. I'm not quite sure, honestly. But anyway, and then I met a girl outside whom I had already met previously a couple of weeks or a week earlier. She was basically trying to find people to donate for an association organization, basically, and she recognized me, obviously, and I recognized her because I have pretty good memory when it comes to faces, and we talked and she was nice. And with my sister we ordered some vegan sushi and Nike. Yeah. On the following day I ran a lot again, so yep, and I wrote, which is probably the happiest thing ever for me. And it's very hard for me to write because I live with my sister. I don't have my own room, so I'm not free and by myself like I should and would like to in order to write. So it's something that's really painful for me, really difficult to deal with. But yeah, and I had a lucid dream So basically I was having a nightmare and I was with someone in a car and I looked at that person and I asked her, is this how it's going to end? Meaning, is this going to turn into a nightmare? And she said yes, and I started screaming, I want to wake up, I want to wake up, and I did wake up. How amazing is that? And then on the next day, so my friend said, I just walked in Paris, which is always nice and always makes me so happy because Paris is my happy place, and I baked. Yeah. On the next day, I saw another one of my friends whom I hadn't seen in a while, and it's always nice to see him. I dyed my hair again, always great, and I spent some time on my own, which I like to do sometimes. So yeah, I hope you enjoy watching this video, guys. I hope you're doing well, and I shall see you later. Bye!